how to know if your guy is the right guy for you or not. So this video is gonna basically reveal magic questions to see if the guy that you are thinking of, or if a guy that you will date in the future, or any guy is right for you or not. And the truth is, when you know the right questions to ask, you get to know very clearly if he is right for you or if this is a bad relationship for you. And when you don't know these questions, what ends up happening is you could be heading down a long, painful road that will inevitably end in a devastating heartbreak after wasting years of your life on the wrong man and the wrong relationship. It's Erin here, your personal love expert, back again on the channel where we make men make sense. VixenDaily. If you want to know whether the guy that you have in mind is right for you or not, right, I'm ready right now in the comments while the intro plays. This video has been requested so many times, so I hope you guys enjoy. But before we dive into today's video, I have a very small favor to ask. If you like this video, if you like any of my videos, if you like anything about me, if you like what I'm wearing, if you like dating advice, give me a like, a thumbs up, give me a like, give me a share, subscribe, tell people about it. So there's a very common situation where you meet someone, something clicks, you feel this intense force or emotional thing beyond your control that draws you to some guy that you just meet. There's some force, there's some experience, there's some magnetic thing or pull that you feel where you get this thing in your head and you can't stop thinking about him. You can't stop imagining what he's going to text you. You can't stop wondering what things could be like. You can't get him out of your head, basically. And you can try to distract yourself. You can try to do something else, watch a TV show, go out, do anything else. But deep down, all you want is for that response, for that message, for that acknowledgement that he felt that same strong, indescribable, movie moment pull. But that is a different experience than true compatibility. What is the difference, and what do you need to know when actually deciding if a guy is compatible with you or not versus this intense infatuation type of feeling? So I'm going to give you questions to kind of make clarity out of your situation. So the first thing is, am I attracted to him or not? Ask yourself if there is a genuine attraction and base level of attraction in your situation. I'm not saying that that's the be all end all, but it is certainly an important part of being in a good relationship. It is a foundation that you need to have a good relationship. So are you attracted to him? Is there chemistry? Is there that base level thing that draws you to each other? It's not the only thing that is going to matter, but it is definitely an important thing in any meaningful relationship. Question number 2 is, do we have fun together? So you can get a guy by having fun. And the way to know if you picked the right guy is to analyze, do you actually have fun together? So having fun together, laughing together, being with each other, being connected to each other is really important, because a relationship, a deep, meaningful one, is about so much more than just sex or what you guys can do for each other, what you guys can give each other. A relationship is about having fun and just being able to be in a good place with each other. Now, I want to ask you a question. Do you actually show your true self to him? And do you think that you have genuine fun? There is a big difference, and a lot of women make this mistake where they will get in a situation and see that a guy likes XYZ. So whether a guy likes politics, or a guy likes football, or a guy likes yard work, or a guy likes wine tasting, and they will kind of mold their entire life and their entire personality to fit this idea of what they think the guy likes. And they will go down this rabbit hole of being a different human being to try to attract him and keep him. This is a downhill losing battle that will only lead you to misery, being in a fake relationship, one that ends up exploding, because sooner or later, even if you think you fake it, even if you go on that wine tasting and pretend to know the fruitiness of the wine or whatever it is that you're pretending to like, you're gonna end up coming off as fake, and it's a needy, thing to do that a guy is going to end up feeling and realizing, and it's not going to suit you in the long run. So look at the situation you have. Do you have to be somebody you're not to impress the guy, to lure him, to kind of trap him into being with you, all under the disguise of being a different person? If you're doing that at all, obviously you can put your best foot forward, but that's different than if you are blatantly tailoring your personality to fit what you think he likes. That's actually a warning sign that you are in the wrong situation. If you find yourself becoming somebody different just for this person, again, liking things you don't like, having a personality style that you think he likes or that you think he will be attracted to because he said that he likes outgoing girls or this girl, again, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't put your best foot forward. You absolutely should. But if you are molding yourself and literally trying to be somebody you're not, that's a huge warning sign, because being fake like this will only lead to disappointment and heartbreak. The best thing you can do is be your best self. And if that self interacts well with the guy, then you're in a compatible match. If you have to change who you are and basically exhaust yourself to be this persona, you're not in a good compatible match. Question number 3 is, how do your lives intersect? So how do you choose a man? By analyzing how your lives interact. So, is he a club rat? Does he go to the club with the boys and get bottle service? And, is that his thing? And do you absolutely hate clubs and could never imagine yourself doing that? Or does he love going to, sports events and going on a hike every single morning and want a girl in his life that loves that stuff and is absolutely going to do it, and you hate the outdoors? You'd rather sit and just do anything, other than that. You can go on a treadmill, but you are not about to go hiking, and so on and so forth. Do you have areas of your life that just don't intersect with his? And are those areas important in both of your lives? So I want to make something clear. It's okay to have different interests. In fact, that's normal and that's a good thing. So if he likes to hike and you like to use the treadmill, that's okay. That's healthy. That's normal. But if it's some integral personality style or some thing that you guys like to do that's so different that it will cause problems, then you want to start to analyze, are we logistically compatible? So if he likes to be at home and watch movies and you literally have to go out with the guy you're with, then you are not logistically compatible. You are different people. And sooner or later, even if you pretend to be okay with sitting at home and living in a certain way, and even if you think that it's worth it to land the guy, the cracks will begin to show and take hold in your relationship. These cracks will become bigger and bigger until, boom, an earthquake happens and everything falls apart. Nothing makes sense. And you find yourself saying, why? What went wrong? What went wrong is you weren't logistically compatible and you were ignoring these signs and diving headfirst into something that intuitively, if you step back and ask yourself, is this going to work? You would know in your heart that it wasn't, but you didn't care. You didn't analyze what your life would be like every day. You said, it's worth it. It's love. It's not going to be true love, though, that will last. Maybe it's love, but it's not logistically compatible, and you need this logistical compatibility and an alignment of what you like in some way in order to be in a relationship with this person. Really consider that before just diving in. You have to be honest with yourself. You have to be realistic about who he is and who you are. Doesn't mean anyone is bad. Doesn't mean he's bad because he likes clubs and you don't. Or doesn't mean you're bad because you like bars and he doesn't. It just means that you guys are different, and you have to really inspect whether these differences are too wide of a gap or not. Now, the next question, do you trust him? This is extremely important for many reasons. First of all, why would you want to be with someone that you don't trust fundamentally as a human being? Do you feel like you have to check up on him? Do you feel like you would love to go through his phone and just spy? Bad idea and bad feeling. This is not a feeling that you should be in a relationship with. It is a huge warning sign. It is your gut telling you, no, I don't trust this person. It doesn't mean you're bad. It doesn't mean he's bad. It doesn't mean anyone is bad. All it means is that you guys aren't jiving well because you don't trust him. Even if it's not warranted, even if there's no reason not to trust him, you don't pick a life partner without trusting them. Your boyfriend is not going to be somebody who you need to spy on, who you need to keep track of, who you have this gnawing feeling about him doing something wrong. Whether trust relates to you not trusting that he's going to abandon you, whether you don't trust that he's going to fully love you, whether you don't trust that he's not going to cheat on you, not trusting him causes neediness, and neediness kills relationships. Needy behavior will drive your relationship into the ground, and if you don't trust him, take stock of why. Can you make an effort to trust him? Can you move past the issues that are blocking you from trusting him? Do you not trust people in general, or do you not trust him? Decipher which one it is and then take action accordingly. Either work on your own trust issues or move on and find somebody who you trust, because trust is the heart of any sane relationship. Question number 5 is he ready for the relationship I want? So you can be in love, you can have good chemistry, you can have everything in the world. But if you guys are at different places in what you want, if you want this undying devotion, if you want this clear commitment, if you want marriage, if you want kids, if you want the whole shebang, and he is simply not in a place in his life where he is ready to commit, no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how convincing you are, no matter what a great girlfriend you are, no matter how nice you are, no matter how outgoing you are, no matter how shy you are, no matter how sweet you are, no matter how whatever trait you think that you have to be to convince him to change, no matter what you think you can do, there is nothing you can do. You cannot change what somebody wants deep down. You cannot morph into the perfect girl that he wants. You cannot. If he is not looking for a serious commitment, whether it's with you or just right now, whether the timing is off, no matter what, if you have different ideas of the level of investment you want, you must accept that it does not matter how intense your connection is. It doesn't matter how much you want it to work. It won't work ever unless some kind of rapid change happens, which it won't, because it's not something he wants, and he has to come to that place where he wants it. You have to accept that, and you cannot ignore it because you think your connection is so great that it doesn't matter. It matters. Trust me on this one. This is how you end up heartbroken, when you choose to ignore something that is right in front of you. Has he clearly said, I'm not looking for commitment? Has he clearly said that he wants to be open to dating other people? Has he never committed and is clearly not being clear about it? Is he wishy-washy about it? Have you tried to bring it up and he just says, oh, I don't want to talk about this right now. Oh, I'm not ready for that right now. If he has said that, you have to listen to him. Question number 6 is, do you have similar beliefs and values? So this one seems pretty obvious, right? But do you have similar values? Do you both want kids? Do you both value work ethic? Do you both want to live in a certain way? Do you both value money in a certain way? There are values where you have to really be on the same page for a relationship to work. This is kind of like the logistical thing that I mentioned, but it's something that you have to remember. Love is not going to magically erase the fact that you are not compatible in a value sense. Do you both value some kind of genuine interaction? Do you both care about politics? Do you both care about religion? Do you both care about something that is really going to matter in the long run? Do you both want a house? Do you both want to live by the beach? Is there going to be some kind of issue or split among a thing that is important? Again, you can disagree, and that's great. That's the heart of any meaningful interaction, when we have differences of opinion and we accept each other for our differences and learn and grow. But if there are traditional norms or cultural norms or traditions that you really value, then you have to examine your situation. In this day and age, honestly, a lot of the traditions and cultural norms and relationships have been completely erased from society. In the old days, there was an assumption that men and women would eventually come around to live a traditional, settled life after getting the rebellious, youthful years out of their system. But the truth is that cultural and societal social forces have actually changed, and the ones that encourage men and women to settle down are no longer there. You can't expect that a guy or a relationship is going to automatically come around to the fairy tale image of a committed, loving, exclusive relationship on its own. In today's world, you can't assume he's going to come around. You need to ask yourself these questions and see if he actually matches up to being the man who wants to be in the relationship you want. So choose wisely and be honest with yourself when you answer these questions. I would encourage you to rewatch these questions and really consider them deeply, because choosing the man that wants what you want can lead to a lifetime of love, partnership, deep devotion, a deep connection, priceless memories, a beautiful marriage, and creating beautiful children who love you dearly with all their little hearts. And not choosing wisely can waste your best years on the wrong men and the wrong relationships, ending in bitterness and heartbreak. This is why I'm here for you, because I truly want you to have the best love life you want. I want you to have what you want. I want you to reflect on what you actually want and not abandon it, because again, you have to be realistic about what you want and whether he is going to ever align with that, because there are things in life that you won't be able to take back, or years that you won't be able to get back. So it's really time to stop wasting energy chasing dead ends because you lie to yourself. You have to be honest with yourself and really think about, what do you want? Do you know what you want? Or are you stuck in this dead end of chasing and wanting and thinking that a guy will fulfill something in you? He won't. No guy will. You have to know what you want, and you have to know you, because that's what's important. That's really what we're looking for in life. We're trying to find meaning here, and someone that aligns with your definition of meaning is what will create true love. Question number 7 is, does he accept your true self? Not just accept as in you're someone he has to accept. By accept, I mean, does he like who you naturally are? Or are you being a different version of yourself because you know that deep down, if you showed him yourself, he wouldn't actually like you. If you showed him that you didn't like doing XYZ, you know he wouldn't like it, because he's made comments. So, I don't like girls that are this. I love girls who do this. So you decide that you're gonna be this different self. If you want to change and he motivates you to be your best you, that's great. So let's say he likes girls that are fit and work out, and you say, I'm going to work out. That's a good thing, because you have always wanted to be someone that works out and is fit. But if you change and are resenting him for it and hate life every moment you are doing these things that you have been told he likes, you will be miserable, and your misery will infect your relationship. He'll never really love you because he doesn't know you. And you'll always feel like the relationship is slipping out of your hands because your identity is slipping out of your hands, because it's not you. You have to be you. Yes, your best you, but you have to be you. It has to be grounded in you and what you want. So never forget that. Question number 8 is, do you accept his true self? So this is as important as him accepting and loving your true self. Do you like him? Do you like who he is? Are there things that you're ignoring and pretending that don't bug you, but secretly they make you sick? Analyze that. Do you actually like him? Or are you just lying to yourself and thinking that it doesn't matter that you hate XYZ about him? Doesn't matter that it makes you sick when he does XYZ. You don't care because it's love. Is it? That's not love. If you think about his nature and his nature really bugs you or just makes you feel like, oh, I don't like that, but I'll change that. I'll fix him. I'll make him a man that I want. No, you won't. People don't change fundamentally unless they want to change. You cannot change him, just like he cannot really change you if you don't have the desire to change within you. It comes from within. It really does. Question number 9 is, do you have logistics that line up? So for example, do you live in Iceland and does he live in the United States? Do you guys live across the country? Do you live near each other, like in a long distance situation? Or do you live in a place that is like New York City or something, and then he likes the countryside? Do you have logistics that line up? Is he just getting out of a divorce and is not looking for something now? And are you eager to commit and have babies? Does he already have 5 children and are you just starting to want them? What are your situations in life? What are your logistics? These can tear you apart if they're not aligned. So really take a mental note of whether your logistics are connected. Number 10, do you have a mental connection? So what does that mean? It doesn't mean that you are always going to agree, but it means that you can grow as people, you can talk together, you guys support each other's drive, you guys support each other's motivation, you guys talk about things that interest both of you, the conversation flows, you can gain perspective shifts from what you say, you can gain awarenesses from each other, you can learn from each other, you feel more whole and you feel like you learn something when you talk. You just kind of evolve as people. You make positive changes on each other. You enhance each other. You grow. You don't just stagnate and you don't fall apart. You bring out the best in each other. Very important. And question number 11 is, How do you act when you're both in a bad situation? Okay, so the real test, the real test of love is this. When things are bad, how do you act? The real test of love is not how you are when things are great, when things are perfect, when times are tough, when life gets rough. Are you a team? Are you together? Are you fighting the world together? Are you in it together? Are you in life together? Are you a team? Are you on each other's side? Are you a partnership? That is the heart of love. Love takes hold where you're with the other person, even when life is wearing you down, even when you're fighting, even when you're scared, even when you're stressed. You are partners. You are never enemies. You are in life together. If life throws you curveballs, you work together. Let's say there's financial strain and everything is falling apart. You're losing your house, for example. That's like the ultimate, or you're losing something. How do you guys come together? Let's say you get married and you have a child and you lose the child to a miscarriage. How do you bounce back? Do you do it together? Do you support each other? Let's say you're having trouble getting pregnant. Do you work together, or do you blame each other? Do you let life break your relationship down, or do you use this as a chance to be in it together, to really be a team and to be in life together? That's a true partnership, and that's the heart of any situation where love will develop, and it will develop if you have that. That is such an important piece of love and relationships, and whether a man is right for you, that you absolutely cannot ignore. It is the heart of what it is, really. And it's true that even the perfect guys do need time to figure themselves out and figure out their life before they're ready to show up in a relationship 100% the way you want, which is why I added a link to this video to watch my What Men Want playlist, which tells you exactly what you can do within your relationship so that your love deepens and flourishes with the guy you're with. And when you know the right things to do, you can actually bring that perfect man out from within him, so to speak. The man you know he can be, the man who will show up in your relationship the way you really want. So tap that link and watch that playlist. Now, be sure to hit like and comment on this video with your thoughts on this topic, and share this video if you find it helpful, and give it a like because it really helps me out and lets YouTube know to recommend this video more. And subscribe for more love advice so you can get to have the love life that you really want. And I will see you next time.